What's happening, everyone? Lenny here, and today I'm going to talk about the film Ready Player One. Ready Player One is a film directed by Steven Spielberg, based on the best-selling novel by Ernest Cline. Now, the film is set in the year 2045 in Columbus, Ohio, with most of humanity suffering from severe poverty, and their only escape being the virtual reality world of the Oasis, where people spend most of their time and money as these created avatars. Now, its creator, James Halliday, played by Mark Rylance, is this 80s obsessed pop culture nerd and an introverted genius. And when he dies, he leaves behind this competition where you must find these three keys that unlock an Easter egg. And the winner, to be the first to get to this Easter egg, wins complete control of the Oasis. They get the keys to the kingdom, complete control of the Oasis, and an absolute boatload of money. The life-changing, could change the world kind of money. People have searched for years for these keys, but no one's found them. Even the second largest company in the world, IOI, headed by this evil corporate head, Sorrento, played by Ben Mendelsohn, fail in all their attempts. Now, the book and the film is more inspired by the book, I feel, than based on it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of similarities, and a lot of the scenes are directly taken from the book, but understandably, Steven Spielberg has had to change a lot of the book to fit it into a 2-hour film. I think it was just over 2 hours, and so it wouldn't transfer completely, I don't think, from book to film. And also, I don't feel like, as big of a pull as Steven Spielberg has, I don't think he would have been able to get some of the intellectual properties to join into the film, because there are a lot, and I mean a lot. Every frame has a lot of 80s pop culture references. I don't want to spoil the film at all for anybody. I don't want to tell you what's in it. You've got to go see it for yourself to see all these. It is literally like an 80s advert for everything. And not even just 80s, to be honest. But it really, some of the things I don't feel would have transferred easily from page to screen. So there are a lot of differences, and in doing so, Spielberg's had to change a lot of the book to make it into like a cohesive story. Now, the visuals of the film work so well. The seamless transition from the real world to the VR world is on point. It is very clear and precise, and it looks fantastic. The stacks that we see, that our protagonist Wade Watts lives in, these literal stacks of caravans, one on top of another, taken directly from the cover of the book. It looks, and they look incredible, and you believe that these poor people live inside these caravans. And the opening scene, I don't want to spoil too much, but the opening scene where we get a glimpse of each person inside their real bodies, inside their real caravan stack home, and you can tell you get a feel for what they're trying to be in this virtual world, where you don't have to be yourself. You don't have to be Billy No Mates or whatever. You've got friends on this line. It's like the real world online now, where people aren't always themselves, and you get that sense of that in the first opening 30 seconds. I went into this film hoping for the best, and straight away, in 30 seconds, this film nailed me with the opening song. And I was like, okay. And it took me, even though I was a late bloomer in the 80s, it took me straight back to the 80s, 90s era. And I was like, yes, okay, I know what I'm doing here. I laughed. There are a lot of funny moments throughout the film, and there's a very good nod to a very, very, very good director in Search for the Second Key. So you'll have to look out for that. It's obvious when they get there, and reliving that moment from the first time I watched the film, I was like, okay, we're here. This is very good for me. The music, as I've just mentioned, The score is done by Alan Silvestri, who did Back to the Future, and it feels like he's taken all his previous work from Back to the Future, and they completely transported it straight back into this film, and it works so well. The standout character for me is Mark Rylance as Anorak James Halliday. He isn't in it that often. He doesn't have like any scenes that are very like, okay, this we're going to do a very serious scene. But when he is in the scene, he's very noticeable, and he takes control. And his character is funny. You want to laugh at him, you want to cry with him, you want to get upset with him, and he's only in it for a very short space of time. But it makes the difference. Now, what I didn't like in the film, that there doesn't seem to be much character depth. So we have these characters, we have these protagonists and antagonists, and you feel like you want more from them. Certain subplots move very, very fast. The pacing of this film isn't great, in my opinion. And that's just my opinion. It doesn't feel like it's one full okay, we'll get to this point, then this point, then this point, then this point. And that doesn't have that. It doesn't have that flow to it, in my opinion. There was one interaction in particular between two characters, and when it happens, you just sat there like, oh, how did we get here then? Okay, so this is where we are. I mean, there's no real there's no through line. It's like, oh, okay, so we're here. Oh, okay, now we're here. That was very quick. The puzzles to get there. The puzzles to get some of the keys aren't very good. For me, they weren't very. After reading the book, they weren't very sort of hard. It would have taken a child of 12 to figure them out. Some of them, I was like, oh, okay. I couldn't have seen. So no one figured that out already. Oh. You'd have thought after years of looking, you might have tried that. But yeah, and the love interests and certain relationships don't always seem believable. Now, what I wanted from the film was a complete and utter feel-good nostalgia trip to all the films that I love, all the games, the comics, the books, the music, all that things that I enjoy now and when I was a kid. I wanted that oomph of okay, we're going to hit you with so much nostalgia, now you're going to throw up. That's what I wanted. And that's exactly what I got. It really is. As I say, in every scene there are these references to films, to books, to comics, to games. It is literally like I nerdgasmed so much, and you if you're invested in this culture, in that all these references, you will get in every scene references to a lot of things, and I loved it. It wasn't the book. I went into it after the first 30 seconds of the film, when that music hit and we started to get this narration. I was like, okay, I now need to forget that I read this book. I feel if you've read the book, you need to forget that you read it. As I've already said, it feels like it's inspired by the book, not based on the book. Very loosely based, but more inspired. You need to kind of forget about the book. If you've not read the book, even better for you. You will have such a fun time. It is a very fun film. All the references will make you, I remember that. Oh, I had one of those as a kid. It's that. And that's what I wanted, and that's exactly what I got. I really enjoyed the film. Getting past the first few minutes and getting past its faults of characters, and that it could have been, I wanted more investment of these characters. I wanted to feel sorry for them, and I did to a degree, but I feel like they could have got more sympathy from me. I'd have liked to have seen this as a trilogy or a series, personally, because if you, again, going back to the book, if you've read the book, it happened. It's the story spans years. So they've tried to get this into a, just over 2-hour film. And the third act really does just sluggishly grind away at you a little bit, to the point where even I was checking what the time was and how long we'd been in there for. It does have a bit of a third act clunky feel to it. But if you enjoy your 80s pop culture, if you enjoy a nostalgia trip, this film is very much up your alley. But it's not about what I think at all. It's about what you guys think. So let us know in the comments. Don't forget to check out our other videos by Geordie Boy and his dinos. And I feel like I've been told that he's going to start some new videos on another game that he enjoys. You'll have to check out for that. And there's Emily P, who is still playing Shadow of War, and I know she has ideas of changing some of the things that she wants to do. So drop us some comments, drop us a like, hit that subscribe button, which is probably there. And don't forget the bell next to it there. And you'll be the first one to know when we upload more content. So I've been Lenny, and oh yeah, thanks for watching. Bye! Gamers and we make noise. Bounce for the Contra, bounce for the MK. Retro gamers, we will have it. This is